Healthy weight loss? What does that even mean? We are going over planning, practical steps, available programs to help, different diets, find out which one I think is the best, and what's up with supplements for weight loss.
It's Doctora Victoria and George.
Many people want to lose weight in order to improve their health and lower their risk of problems like heart disease and diabetes. But it can be hard to get started on a program that is healthy, sustainable, and not overly restrictive. George, he knows this only too well. He has diabetes and is trying to lose some weight so he can manage it better. Many people find that although they may initially lose weight by dieting, they quickly regain the weight back after the diet ends. Because it is so hard to keep weight off over time, it is important to have as much information and support as possible before starting a weight loss plan. You are most likely to be successful in losing weight and keeping it off when you believe that your body weight can be controlled. While it is challenging to make the lifestyle changes needed to lose weight and improve your health, if you set goals and commit to them, you can be successful, especially if you develop a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable, supportive healthcare provider, like Doctora Victoria, or your favorite primary care provider. This video is intended for people who are interested in losing weight in a healthy way. We will discuss how to get started with a weight loss plan, including changes in your behavior, what you eat, and weight loss medications. Weight loss surgery, which may be appropriate for some people with obesity, but we won't be covering that here. The first step in starting a weight loss plan is to determine your starting point. This includes weighing yourself and measuring your waist circumference. The body mass index is calculated from your height and weight. A person with a BMI between 25 and 29.9 is considered overweight, while a person with a BMI over 30 or greater is considered to have obesity. The BMI measurement provides an estimate of a person's total body fat, which is why experts find it a more useful tool for assessing cardiovascular risk than a person's weight alone. However, it is not perfect. It does not factor in variability in body composition, and we know this particularly well with bodybuilders. In general, a waist circumference greater than 35 inches in females and 40 inches in males increases the risk of obesity-related complications, such as heart disease and diabetes. People with obesity who have a larger waist size may need more aggressive weight loss treatment than others. Your healthcare provider can talk to you about your situation, how to set short and long-term goals, and how to start working towards those goals. Based on your situation and medical history, your healthcare provider can help you determine what combination of weight loss treatments would be best for you. Treatments must include changes in lifestyle, physical activity, approach to eating, and in some cases, weight loss medications or a surgical procedure. Weight loss surgery, also called bariatric surgery, is reserved for people with obesity who have not had success with other approaches. It is important to set a weight loss goal. Your first goal should be to avoid gaining any more weight. Once you know your starting point, it is helpful to create milestones and health-related goals in order to start tracking your success. If you are overweight or have obesity, losing 5% of your body weight is a reasonable initial weight loss goal. In the long term, losing more than 15% of your body weight and staying at this weight is an extremely good result. However, keep in mind that even losing 5% of your body weight leads to important health benefits. So although your ultimate weight loss goal may be greater, try not to get discouraged if you're not able to lose more than this initially. Programs that help you change your lifestyle are usually run by psychologists, dietitians, or other professionals. The goals of lifestyle changes are to help you change your eating habits, become more active, and more aware of how much you eat and exercise, helping you to make healthier choices. This approach to weight loss can be broken down into 4 parts: the triggers that make you want to eat, and setting goals and using rewards, integrating less sedentary time and more active time in your day. Determining what triggers you to eat involves figuring out what foods you eat and where and when you eat them. To help you figure out what triggers you, keep a record for a few days of everything you eat, the places where you eat, how often you eat, the emotions you are feeling when you eat. You can change your eating habits by breaking the chain of events between the trigger for eating and the act of eating. For instance, you can use a smaller plate for meals. Make a conscious effort to eat more slowly, add more colorful foods to your meals, and keep healthy snacks like chopped raw vegetables, fruits, and nuts around in case you get hungry between meals. The types of foods we eat on a regular basis are related to whether we gain or lose weight over time. Whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and yogurt are associated with maintaining a lower weight. Well, foods, you know it's coming, like French fries or chips, sugar, sweetened beverages, and red or processed meats are associated with weight gain. High fructose containing beverages, trans fats, and highly processed foods are particularly harmful for health and maintaining a healthy weight. Rewarding yourself for good eating behaviors can help you develop better habits. The idea is not to reward weight loss, but to reward yourself for changing unhealthy behaviors to healthy ones. Do not use food as a reward. It is a habit of too many well-meaning moms, and it carries over into adult life. Some people find monetary rewards, such as buying a new piece of clothing, personal care, such as a haircut or manicure, or leisure activities, such as watching a favorite TV show, work well. Giving yourself small rewards each time you make better eating choices help reinforce the value of good behavior. It's important to set clear behavior goals as well as a time frame for reaching your goals. For example, you might set a goal to avoid snacking after a certain time every day for a week, with a long-term goal to lose 5% of your weight by a certain date and 10 or 15% by a later date. Reward small changes along the way to your final goal. Changing your behavior involves more than just changing unhealthy eating habits. It also involves finding people around you to support your weight loss, reducing stress, and learning to resist temptations. Establishing a buddy system with a friend or family member who can provide support and reinforce good behavior is very helpful. George, thank you for being my buddy. The support person needs to understand your goals. Learning to avoid temptations is also important. When possible, avoid situations in which your ability to stick to a healthy eating plan may be threatened. Not all situations are avoidable, so learning to be strong when tempted by food is an important part of your weight loss plan. For example, you will need to learn how to say no and continue to say no when urged to eat at parties and social gatherings. Developing strategies for events before you go, such as eating before you go or taking low-calorie snacks and calorie-free drinks with you. Having a support system is helpful when losing weight. This is why many commercial groups are successful. Family support is also essential. If your family or partner does not support your efforts to lose weight, this can slow your progress or even keep you from losing weight. Positive thinking is so important. People often have conversations with themselves in their head. These conversations can be positive or negative. If you eat a piece of cake that was not planned, you may respond by thinking, well, it's over now and I blew my diet. And as a result, you may eat more cake. A positive thought for the same event could be, well, I ate cake when it was not on my plan. Now I should do something to get back on track. A positive approach is much more likely to be successful than a negative one. Although stress is a part of everyday life, it can trigger unhealthy eating habits in some people. It is important to find a way to get through these difficult times without eating or by choosing low-calorie food instead. When I say without eating, you still need to eat your 3 meals a day though. It may be helpful to imagine a relaxing place that allows you to temporarily escape from stress. I've even heard of using those virtual reality headsets to go hang out at the beach or underwater for those scuba diving enthusiasts. Organized programs like Weight Watchers, Overeaters Anonymous, and Take Off Pounds Sensibly work for some people. I'm going to leave some links below for some resources for you as well, so you can check those out. As with all weight loss programs, you are most likely to be successful with these plans if you make long-term changes in how you eat. While exercising alone is not likely to result in weight loss, getting regular physical activity has many other health benefits. Think 80% of what we eat is our weight and 20% is the exercise for weight loss management. In addition to improving physical health, it also lowers stress. Exercise is 1.5 times better than medication for depression. You do not need to do intense exercise or go to the gym daily to get these benefits. Even small changes, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator and making sure to get up frequently if you work at a desk. These can improve your health. Changing your eating habits is an important part of losing weight. A calorie is a unit of energy found in food. Your body needs calories to function. If you're trying to lose weight, the goal of any eating plan is to burn up more calories than you eat. How quickly you lose weight on a given calorie intake depends on several factors, such as your age, sex, and starting weight. In general, older people have a slower metabolism than young people, so it takes longer for them to lose weight. Males lose weight faster than females of similar height and weight when dieting because they have more muscle mass, which uses more energy. This is why I love resistance training for my female patients. People who are extremely overweight lose weight more quickly than those who are only mildly overweight. The number of calories you need per day depends on your current or target weight, sex, and activity level. Your healthcare provider or your primary care physician can help you figure out this number and how to modify your diet accordingly. In general, it is best to choose foods that contain enough protein, carbohydrates, essential fatty acids, and vitamins. Try to avoid or at least limit alcohol, sugar-sweetened beverages, and sweets since they have calories but generally lack important nutrients. One simple way to diet is to buy prepackaged foods like frozen low-calorie meals or meal replacement canned drinks or bars. However, this is not my favorite. Some of those meal kits out there are pretty good, and you can learn some new cooking skills with them. The prepackaged meals often have a lot of hidden salt, and so you want to read those labels if that's the route you want to take. It's best if we can eat whole foods, and that's always ideal. But if you did want to go to this route, a typical meal plan for one day may include a meal replacement drink or breakfast bar for breakfast, a meal replacement drink or frozen calorie meal for lunch, and a frozen low-calorie meal or other prepackaged calorie-controlled meal along with extra vegetables for dinner. This would give you about 1,000 to 15,000 calories per day. To reduce the amount of fat in your diet, you can eat low-fat foods. You can look at the nutrition label to see how much fat is in each serving of food. You can also count fat grams. For a 15,000 calorie diet, this would mean about 45 grams or fewer of fat per day. If you try a low-fat diet, you should increase the amount of healthy carbohydrates in your diet, such as whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Low and very low carbohydrate diets, such as the Atkins diet, South Beach diet, or ketogenic diet, are effective for weight loss and have become popular ways to lose weight quickly. But I don't know if I'd say they're sustainable. I have a lot of reservations, particularly with the ketogenic diet. We use this most often for patients who need to lose weight quickly so that the upcoming surgery they have will be safer. There are some research going into the long-term consequences, and there are potentially some issues with the gastrointestinal tract by eating that way. With a low carbohydrate diet, you eat between 60 and 130 grams of carbohydrates per day. With a very low carbohydrate diet, you eat between 0 and 60 grams of carbohydrates a day. Carbohydrates are found in fruits, vegetables, grains, alcoholic beverages, and dairy products. Careful with your wine or beer in the evening. Meat and fish contain very few carbohydrates. If you try a low carbohydrate diet, it's important to make healthy choices for fat and protein, such as fish, nuts, and beans. The term Mediterranean diet refers to a way of eating that is common in olive-growing regions around the Mediterranean Sea. This is by far my favorite option. We have the most data showing that this is the ideal way to eat for heart health and overall well-being. When patients can start switching over to a Mediterranean style of eating, they tell me how great they feel and they're pleased with a sustainable rate of weight loss. Although there is some variation in Mediterranean diets, there are similarities. Most Mediterranean diets include a high level of monounsaturated fats from sources like olive oil or canola oil and a low level of saturated fats from other sources like butter. They also include a high amount of vegetables, fruits, legumes, and grains, a moderate amount of milk and dairy products, a relatively low amount of red meat, and for those who drink alcohol, a modest amount, mainly as red wine, as this can help with cardiovascular disease. I want to emphasize modest. A modest amount of alcohol is up to 1 4-ounce glass per day for females and up to 2 glasses per day for males. More than that, I'm sorry, you are deluding yourself that you are helping your heart. You are not. Studies comparing different types of diets have not found a single best weight loss diet for all people. However, any diet will help you lose weight if you're able to stick with it. Following a very restrictive diet may help you lose weight quickly, but it's easy to gain the weight back as soon as you stop following the diet. Therefore, it is important to choose an eating plan that includes foods you like so that you can have long-term success. Fad diets often promise quick weight loss and may claim that you do not need to exercise or give up your favorite foods. Some fad diets cost a lot of money because you have to pay for seminars, pills, or packaged foods. Fad diets generally lack any scientific evidence that they are safe and effective. Diets that sound too good to be true usually are. These plans are a waste of time and money and are not recommended. A healthcare provider can help you find a safe and effective way to lose weight and keep it off. When I recommend patients to seek nutrition counseling, I always recommend a dietitian. This is part of my healthcare team, and I know their qualifications, and they have to use evidence-backed practices to give their advice. A nutritionist is a whole different field, and sometimes they're very well educated. They have PhDs. Sometimes they just did a couple of weekend seminars and now they're a nutritionist, and they're going to tell you anything they think sounds good. So pick the dietitian and we'll go from there. Dietary supplements are used widely by people who are trying to lose weight. However, doctors do not recommend their use because some are unsafe and other supplements have not been studied carefully, and there's no proof that they're safe or effective. You may have heard of some dietary supplements that are often advertised for weight loss. None of these are recommended. Ephedra, a compound related to ephedrine, is no longer available in the United States due to safety concerns. Many non-prescription diet pills previously contained ephedra. Although some studies have shown that ephedra does help with weight loss, there can be serious side effects such as psychiatric symptoms, palpitations, upset stomach, and worst case scenario, death. That's why it's not on the market. Two supplements from Brazil, Emigre Sim, also known as the Brazilian diet pill, and Herbithin dietary supplement, have been shown to contain prescription drugs and should be avoided. Bitter orange can increase your heart rate and blood pressure and is not recommended. There is not enough data about safety and efficacy to recommend these. Chitosan, chromium, green tea, Hoodia gordoni, hydroxytric acid, or conjugated linoleic acid. Human chorionic gonadotropin is a hormonal preparation that has been advertised as a weight loss aid when combined with a very low-calorie diet. However, there have been several studies showing that HCG is no more effective than placebo, and it is not recommended. So we have covered a lot of ground. Is there a topic you'd like to hear more on? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me, my healthcare team. We'll see you next time as we work to get ourselves and our patients in better health. Bye-bye.